Hello GPA, my name is Justin Okamoto and I'm 26 years old and currently I'm living in Japan. I'm teaching English and I'm learning Japanese and I'm also helping out with the church every now and again. And I heard that you guys are going to be studying the Divine Principle soon, so I was asked to make a video just to share a little bit about how the Divine Principle has made a real impact on my life. And I'm really excited to share that with you guys because Divine Principle has made a huge difference in my life. So, first of all, I know that the Divine Principle can be very conceptual and that not easy to apply all of the ideas, but I think it's important to remember that Divine Principle was originally written to witness to Christians, not necessarily as like a self-help kind of book. But that said, it takes a little more intention to apply those principles in our lives, but when we do, I think the result can be incredible. So I wanted to just share one example of how the Divine Principle has made a real impact in my life. I used to work as a waiter in a sushi restaurant, and it was one of these sushi restaurants with a conveyor belt that goes around the whole restaurant. Really cool place. And it was a Saturday, really busy. I was working the morning shift, and as the shift was about to end, the new shift workers came in, and one of them was noticeably really sick. But I didn't think about it much. I was just thinking, I'm ready to go home, 10 more minutes, and I get to clock out, I get to relax, be with my family, and just rest for the rest of the day. But the manager's son, his name's Kenji, suddenly he comes up to me and he says, Justin, we need you to stay another shift. And I'm thinking to myself, stay another shift. I just worked my butt off this whole shift and you want me to stay. So I tell him, Kenji, I'm sorry, but I've got things I've got to do, so I can't. And I walk away. And then suddenly he yells at me. And he's got this, really angry face on, ready for a fight. And he says to me, Justin, you're going to stay or else you're fired. And I look at him, and I can't believe what I just heard. And I tell him, okay, let me just go outside for a minute. So I walk outside. And the real reason why I wanted to go outside, not gonna lie, is because I was about to cry my eyes out, and I didn't want him to see that. So I go outside, I find a bench, and I just start praying. And I'm crying, and I'm just asking God, God, why is this happening to me? I worked hard. Why do I have to be picked on like this? And it suddenly just hit me like a ton of bricks. What I had learned in the Divine Principle about Cain and Abel relationships. And, Abel is the one who's been blessed by God. And I thought about my life, and I thought about the blessings that I've had, that I have, two parents who love me, who've taken care of me, who have tried their best to raise me, that I have been raised up in a community of people that are, generally good people, good influences, and, I've been raised to understand my value as far as, God's love. And I realized that, I have a lot of blessings in my life. And I thought about Kenji, and I thought about, his life, and I realized, he's working in this restaurant that his father owns, maybe, not really thinking or feeling like it was his choice to work there. And I know his dad could be pretty aggressive at times. I've seen them fight. Kenji's an alcoholic. He doesn't seem to have a lot of really great influences around him. And so I realized, comparatively, I'm really blessed by God. And I thought about, what is Abel's role as far as how to treat Cain? And, Abel was really supposed to humbly love Cain and to try to lift up Cain. And so I realized that's really what needed to be done. That's what I had to do. I had to humble myself. I had to love Kenji and try to really show him God's unconditional love. So I walked back into the restaurant. I go into the kitchen where Kenji is, and I say to him, Kenji, I want to talk to you. And he looks at me, with this angry face, saying, what? And I say, Kenji, I just wanted to say to you that I'm sorry. And if you feel disrespected at all, I want to say that I didn't mean to disrespect you, and that if you need me to stay longer, I'll stay. And I want to just say that I'm really grateful for for this job, and I'm grateful that, if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be working here. So I just want to make sure that there was no hard feelings between us. And I mean, you should have seen the look on his face. It was a complete 180, a complete transformation. He went from like this angry look that everything was like tight and ready to defend himself, to just this huge smile on his face, and his whole body just was relaxed. And he said to me, Justin, thank you so much for saying that. I feel so much better after you saying that. And he said to me, Justin, we're going to try to get you out of here as soon as possible, as soon as it gets slow. But for me, it was like, I was just feeling so much love for him in that moment. And so much love coursing through me, like feeling God's love just flowing through me, going towards him. And it really felt like, oh my gosh, like, it was like a hallelujah moment. Like I felt like I felt like I understood Jesus' heart at that time, when he said to love your enemies. Because that's really, it's not just for our enemies' sake, but that's for our sake. That's liberation for us. And not only that, but after that, my coworkers realized, they heard about what happened, and they were just so amazed with the way I responded. They were telling me like it was so unfair how he treated you, trying to stick up for me, but I just told them, just drop it. It's not worth talking about anymore. And the relationship between me and Kenji completely changed from that point on. There was just this sense of mutual respect, and a sense of that we could actually be friendly towards each other. We joke around with each other, which was not possible before that. And until the end of my time working there, I can't say we became best friends, but it was definitely peaceful. Much more peaceful than it was before. So that's just one example of how the Divine Principle has made a real impact in my life and the way that I related with others. It gave me a new perspective on life and my role in how to relate with people. So as you're reading Divine Principle, as you're studying it, I want you to keep in mind, how you can apply it into your life, and put yourself in the shoes of the characters in the Divine Principle. Jesus, Moses, Cain, and Abel. Put yourself in their shoes and just try to imagine what it was like for them, and put your life in that context and see what opens up for you. I'm sure you're going to get a new perspective that's going to free you up to take some new actions and to make some changes in your own life. So that's basically it. I want to keep this message short, but I hope it could get your heart ready for what you're about to receive from the Divine Principle. And I wish you guys the best of luck, all the blessings in the world. And I don't know you guys, but I want to say that I love you guys, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to share my story with you. I hope to hear your story as well someday. So please, if you ever get a chance to come to Japan, come visit me. Again, my name is Justin Okamoto. You can find me on Facebook. Get in touch with me. So I'll talk to you guys later, and have a great workshop, and a Happy New Year. See you. Bye-bye.